Welcome back to Quantumax. In the next project, we follow Jesse and his wife Jay, a family of 5 with 3 children who take on an ambitious new challenge. They purchase a 40-foot school bus and decide to transform it into a fully functional tiny home on wheels. Jesse is a skilled carpenter, and together with Jay, they reimagine every inch of the bus. From demolition and insulation to custom furniture, storage, and smart solutions for family life on the road. This build isn't just about converting a vehicle, it's about creating freedom, flexibility, and a home that moves with the family. 5 people, 1 bus, 1 bold idea. Let's build it. The first step is a complete teardown. Every seat, wall panel, old insulation, and ceiling layer is removed. Nothing stays unless it truly serves the new build. This phase is messy, loud, and exhausting, but it's necessary. By stripping the bus down to its steel frame, Jesse and Jay get a clean starting point, ready to rebuild the interior from the ground up. With everything stripped out, the real condition of the bus is finally visible. Years of moisture have left rust on the floor, especially in corners and seams where water tends to sit. Using a grinder, Jesse carefully sands the surface, removing loose rust and old paint to expose solid metal underneath. This step isn't about perfection, it's about stopping corrosion now so the floor will last for years to come. Once the rust is cleaned back to solid metal, it's time to deal with the holes. Small pinholes are sealed using metal discs and high-strength adhesive, creating a tight, permanent bond. Larger holes can't be patched this way. They're cut clean, welded with new steel, and ground smooth until the floor becomes one solid surface again. This step is critical. Every hole left behind is a future problem, whether it's moisture, cold air, or structural weakness. With the metal repairs complete, every seam and joint is sealed using a weather-resistant sealant. The sealant is applied generously along edges, overlaps, and around any potential entry points for moisture. This flexible layer is crucial. It allows the metal floor to expand and contract without cracking or opening gaps over time. With the surface fully prepared, an oil-based anti-rust paint is applied to the floor and all treated metal areas. This coating seals the steel, locking out moisture and oxygen, the 2 main causes of corrosion. Oil-based paint is chosen for its durability, strong adhesion, and ability to penetrate small pores left after grinding and repairs. Once cured, this layer becomes the foundation for insulation, subflooring, and everything that comes next. To make the bus truly livable, one major decision had to be made: raising the roof. From just behind the driver's seat all the way to the rear, the roof is lifted by about 18 inches, creating full standing height throughout the living space. This isn't just about comfort. It changes how the entire interior can be designed, allowing for proper insulation, cabinetry, and a layout that feels open rather than cramped. It's a bold modification, but one that turns a bus into a real home. The original steel roof supports are carefully cut section by section. Using hydraulic jacks, the roof is lifted slowly and evenly, just a little at a time, to avoid twisting or stressing the frame. New steel tubing is then fabricated on site, measured precisely to match the new height. Each piece is welded into place, creating a solid new structural frame that locks the raised roof permanently in position. It's a delicate process. One mistake here could affect the entire bus, but when done right, it transforms the vehicle forever. To connect the front roof with the raised rear section, the excess portion of the original metal roof is carefully cut away. A new steel transition beam is then fabricated and welded in place, bridging the two roof sections together. This reinforcement is critical. It transfers loads evenly, increases overall structural strength, and prevents flexing or cracking over time. With the roof structure complete, the next step is sealing the bus body. Each steel panel is carefully measured, cut, and fitted by hand, then welded into place to close off the entire side of the bus. This isn't just about covering openings, it's about restoring structural integrity after cutting windows and raising the roof. Every weld adds strength, turning the bus shell back into a solid, unified frame, ready for insulation, weatherproofing, and the transformation into a true mobile home. At the transition roof section, sheet metal is measured and cut to size, riveted around the frame, shaped by hand, then welded to bridge the difference in height. Once the structure is locked in, every seam is sealed, ground smooth, and coated with rust-resistant paint. With the metal shell prepared, the build moves down to the floor structure. A wooden frame is installed across the bus floor to support the subfloor and create space for insulation. Each beam is carefully measured and fixed in place, ensuring the floor stays level, strong, and isolated from the cold metal below. This hidden structure may not be visible later, but it plays a critical role in comfort, warmth, and long-term durability of the mobile home. With the floor framing complete, insulation panels are carefully fitted between the wooden joists. Each piece is cut tight to eliminate gaps, helping retain heat and reduce noise from the road below. Once insulated, OSB sheets are laid across the entire surface, locking the structure together and creating a solid, walkable floor. This step takes time and patience, but it's essential for making the space usable without wasting valuable interior room. Once fitted, the floor begins to flow naturally from front to back, setting the foundation for everything that comes next. Next comes one of the most transformative steps, installing new windows. The bus panels are carefully cut to fit RV-style windows designed for life on the road. These windows aren't just about looks. They bring in natural light, improve airflow, and are built to handle vibration and movement while driving. With built-in screens and locking systems, they make the bus feel safer, brighter, and much closer to a real home on wheels. A continuous bead of weatherproof sealant is applied along joints, rivet lines, and panel edges to block out water, dust, and cold air. Once the sealing is complete, the entire surface is washed down to remove dust, grease, and residue from the metalwork. Openings are carefully covered with plastic sheeting, protecting the interior and windows before painting begins. The exterior is then treated in layers. First comes a corrosion-resistant primer designed to bond with bare metal and prevent rust over time. After that, the final paint is sprayed on, transforming mismatched panels and raw steel into a clean, unified exterior.
This is where the bus starts to change visually. No longer a construction project, but the early silhouette of a finished home on wheels.
With the main paint complete, attention turns to the details. Accent colors are added to key elements like the rear bumper and wheel rims, creating contrast and giving the bus a stronger visual identity. These darker highlights help break up the large body panels and make the overall design feel more intentional and balanced.
After the exterior paint has fully cured, the windows are installed back into their final positions. Each frame is carefully aligned, sealed, and secured to ensure long-term durability on the road. The fresh paint and clean window lines completely change the look of the bus.
One of the most personal touches comes next, replacing the original bus door with a custom wooden one. Instead of metal, they choose solid wood, carefully treated with moisture-resistant coatings to handle rain, humidity, and changing weather.
With the bodywork complete, the final exterior details come together. Headlights are installed, mirrors go back on, and the bus starts to look whole again. Not as a school bus, but as a home on wheels. This marks the end of the exterior phase and the beginning of something even more exciting. Next, the build moves inside, into insulation, layout, furniture, and all the details that turn metal and wood into a livable space. If you're enjoying this transformation, make sure to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the interior build coming up next.
With the exterior complete, the build now moves inward, starting with insulation. Fiberglass insulation is carefully installed between the metal ribs of the bus, filling every cavity to reduce heat loss and outside noise. This step is critical. It helps keep the interior warm in winter, cool in summer, and makes the bus far more comfortable for everyday living. Each section is cut, pressed, and adjusted by hand to ensure there are no gaps or thermal bridges.
Once the insulation is in place, wooden battens are added across the ceiling and walls. These strips serve two important purposes. First, they securely hold the fiberglass insulation in position, preventing it from sagging over time. Second, they create a clean, organized pathway for electrical wiring and future systems. This framing layer also prepares the structure for interior wall panels later on. It's a quiet, methodical step, but it's what turns loose insulation into a solid, build-ready interior. With the framing in place, it's time to run the electrical lines. Wires are carefully routed through the wooden battens, feeding power to lights, outlets, appliances, and the main control panel. Every cable is planned ahead, leaving enough slack for movement and future changes. In a mobile home like this, clean wiring isn't just about convenience, it's about safety, reliability, and making sure everything works no matter where the road leads. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel to support us. With the structure taking shape, it's time to define the layout inside the bus. A partition wall is built just behind the wheel wells, creating a clear separation between the living and kitchen area and the sleeping space.
This single wall changes everything, adding privacy, improving flow, and making the interior feel like real rooms, not just one long vehicle. Step by step, the bus is no longer just a shell. It's starting to feel like a true home for a family of 5. Even the wheel well area doesn't go to waste. A custom wooden frame is built around the wheel arches, turning an awkward space into something functional. Here, it becomes a 3-level bunk bed, each child with their own sleeping spot and individual light. Smart design like this is what makes a small mobile home work for a family of 5.
With the walls framed, it's time to run the electrical system. Wires are carefully routed through the ceiling and studs, bringing power to each separate section of the bus. Every room gets its own lighting, outlets, and dedicated circuits planned ahead of time. This space is designed especially for the kids, a custom-built triple bunk bed.
When designing bunk beds for kids, safety and comfort come first. The frames are built low and sturdy, with solid panels instead of open edges, so kids can move, play, and sleep safely.
Each bed has its own light and individual switch, giving every child a small space they can call their own. The structure is built solid and low profile, making it safe, functional, and easy to access inside the bus. To finish the bunk bed area, the ceiling and walls are covered with white wood paneling. The light color helps brighten the space, making the small area feel cleaner, warmer, and less confined. Wood also softens the room, turning what could feel like a tight sleeping space into something calm, cozy, and safe for kids.
Each bunk gets its own side panel. These panels add privacy for the kids, but they also strengthen the structure, making every level more solid and secure.
In a home this size, every detail matters. These bunk beds don't just save space, they create comfort, privacy, and a sense of belonging for all 3 children. To separate the sleeping area from the main living space, they install a sliding door instead of a standard swing door. In a narrow bus, every inch matters. A sliding door saves space, keeps pathways clear, and allows the layout to stay flexible. Once installed, the bus instantly feels more like a real home,
with defined rooms, privacy when needed, and an easy flow through the space. It's a small change, but one that makes everyday life inside the bus much more comfortable. Sheets of wood paneling are carefully installed, covering the insulation and wiring throughout the bus. This step does more than hide what's underneath. It locks the insulation in place, adds rigidity to the structure, and starts to give the interior a warm, finished feel. For the first time, the space no longer feels like a construction site, but like the early version of a real home taking shape.
Next comes one of the most critical systems in a tiny mobile home: ventilation. A precise opening is carefully cut into the roof, right through layers of metal, framing, and insulation. This roof vent fan will do far more than move air. It helps control moisture, reduce heat buildup, and keep fresh air flowing through the entire bus. In a small space shared by 5 people, proper ventilation isn't a luxury, it's essential for comfort, safety, and long-term living.
Ceiling panels are carefully fastened, following the curve of the bus roof to create a smooth, continuous surface. Precise cutouts are made for recessed lights, planned ahead to evenly spread light throughout the living space. Before any plumbing goes in, the bathroom takes shape. A solid wood frame is built first, defining the layout, the walls, and the exact position of the door. This step is all about planning ahead. Once water lines and drains are installed, changing the layout becomes much harder. By locking in the structure now, everything that comes next, plumbing, waterproofing, and finishes, can be done cleanly and efficiently. It's a small space, but one of the most important rooms in the bus. To save space, they choose a sliding door for the bathroom. Instead of swinging open, the door glides neatly along the wall, keeping the narrow aisle clear.
Next, the exterior water inlet is installed. A precise opening is cut into the bus body to mount a dedicated RV-style water port. This small detail plays a big role. It allows fresh water to be connected from outside without running hoses through doors or windows. With a sealed hatch and standard fittings, the system stays clean, protected, and ready for everyday use. With the exterior water port in place, the plumbing system begins to take shape inside. Water lines are carefully connected to the tank, and a dedicated water pump is installed to provide consistent pressure throughout the bus. Unlike a stationary home, everything here must handle movement, vibration, and tight spaces. Each connection is measured, secured, and sealed to prevent leaks and ensure reliability on the road. This system will supply water to the sink, shower, and bathroom, quietly working in the background, making everyday life possible in a mobile home. To separate the sleeping area from the main living space, they install a sliding door instead of a standard swing door. In a narrow bus, every inch matters. A sliding door saves space, keeps pathways clear, and allows the layout to stay flexible. Once installed, the bus instantly feels more like a real home, with defined rooms, privacy when needed, and an easy flow through the space. It's a small change, but one that makes everyday life inside the bus much more comfortable.
Next, hot and cold water lines are routed to the kitchen and the bathroom. Flexible PEX tubing is used, making it easier to work in tight spaces and more resistant to vibration while driving. Each line is carefully measured, cut, and crimped, with clear separation between hot and cold to keep the system efficient and easy to maintain. This step quietly connects comfort to function, bringing running water to the places where it matters most in a small, mobile home. To keep the water tank safe on the road, wooden braces are firmly installed around it. These supports prevent the tank from shifting during turns, braking, or rough terrain.
Next comes the power system, solar panels mounted on the roof. Each panel is carefully positioned and secured to capture as much sunlight as possible while on the move. These panels will power lights, appliances, and everyday essentials inside the bus. With solar energy, the home becomes more independent, able to travel and live off-grid without relying on hookups or generators.
Next, an exterior power outlet is installed on the side of the bus. This allows the system to plug into shore power when available, charging the batteries efficiently and safely. Connected to the inverter charger and charge controller, the system can automatically switch between solar, battery, and external power. It's a smart setup that protects the battery bank while making daily power use simple and reliable. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit like and subscribe to our channel to support us. Now the bathroom starts to take shape. The space is divided into two clear zones, a sink area and a separate walk-in shower. The first step is installing moisture-resistant wall panels, creating a solid, waterproof base before any plumbing fixtures go in. In a small space like this, every layer matters. Getting the walls right now means fewer problems later and a bathroom built to last on the road.
This low wall separates the walk-in shower from the rest of the bathroom, preventing water from spilling onto the floor. It may look simple, but this small barrier plays a big role, controlling moisture, protecting nearby materials, and keeping the space clean and dry.
Before any finishes go in, every corner and joint inside the shower must be sealed. Special attention is given to seams, edges, and transition points, the places where water is most likely to find a way through. This waterproofing layer creates a continuous barrier, protecting the structure behind the walls from moisture, mold, and long-term damage. With waterproofing complete, the shower begins to take its final shape. Clean white tiles are carefully installed, bringing light and clarity to the narrow space. Once the tiles are set, the joints are grouted to seal everything together, locking out moisture and giving the shower a finished, polished look.
Next, a small window is added. Carefully cut and fitted into the wood-paneled wall, it brings in natural light while maintaining privacy. Even a small one helps the space feel more open, more breathable, and more connected to the outside world.
Next, the sink goes in, a small moment that makes the space feel real. Set into a solid wood countertop, it turns this corner into a functional bathroom, ready for everyday use. In a tiny home, details like this matter. Each fixture marks the transition from construction to living. To finish the space, a dark, moisture-resistant paint is applied. The darker tone creates contrast against the light wood, adding depth and character to the interior. Beyond aesthetics, this layer also protects the walls from humidity, an important detail in a compact space where moisture control really matters.
The main sleeping area is finished next. A solid bed platform is built directly above the fresh water tank, making smart use of space without wasting a single inch. The platform includes access panels, so maintenance is still easy when needed. With the mattress in place and the walls finished to match, this area becomes more than just a bed. It's a calm, functional retreat inside a moving home.
The ceiling is one of the final pieces that brings everything together. Wood panels are carefully installed along the curved roof, following the original shape of the bus. Recessed lights are added to evenly light the space, turning a once dark metal shell into a warm, livable interior. With the final coat of paint, the ceiling no longer feels like part of a vehicle. It feels like home.
With the structure complete, it's time to add the details that make the space feel alive. Wall-mounted lights are installed one by one, bringing soft, focused lighting right where it's needed. These aren't just lights. They create atmosphere, add warmth, and turn simple wooden walls into a cozy living space. With the walls and lighting in place, the kitchen starts to take shape. A solid countertop is carefully fitted, measured precisely, then cut to make room for the sink. Once installed, the sink turns this stretch of cabinetry into a real working kitchen, a place for cooking, washing, and everyday family life. It's a small step visually, but a huge step toward making this bus feel like home.
In a moving home, nothing can be left loose. The refrigerator is built into a custom cabinet, securely fastened to stay safe on the road. Right beside it, a gas cooktop is installed. Reliable, efficient, and ideal for off-grid family living. Every appliance has a purpose. Every inch is carefully planned, turning a former school bus into a fully functional kitchen on wheels. The technical systems keep coming together. A compact water heater is installed to provide hot water for daily life on the road. Because space is limited, the unit is mounted on the bedroom wall. Not ideal, but carefully planned and safely secured. A hole is drilled through the side of the bus to route the exhaust outside, ensuring proper ventilation and safe operation. In a tiny mobile home, every system has to adapt, and every decision balances necessity with safety.
This is the first real test of the water system. Water is poured into the fresh tank, the pump is powered on, and pressure starts building through the lines. Every connection is carefully checked, watching closely for leaks or drops. And the result? No leaks, solid pressure. A big step closer to a fully functional home on wheels. Next, the focus shifts underneath the bus, building the wastewater drainage system. Pipes are routed carefully along the chassis, making sure there's enough clearance from the axle and suspension as the bus moves. Every drain, from the kitchen sink, the bathroom sink, and the shower, is directed into a single gray water tank. It's not the most visible work, but getting this right is critical for safety, reliability, and long-term use on the road.
Next comes the propane system for the kitchen. The gas line is carefully routed and secured with a dedicated shutoff valve for safety. The propane tank itself is mounted inside a sealed exterior compartment separate from the living space.
This setup reduces risk, improves ventilation, and keeps the cooking system safe and reliable for everyday use on the road.
To save space, the sofa is built with hidden storage underneath. The frame is carefully measured and reinforced, creating multiple compartments for everyday essentials. This design turns a simple seating area into practical storage, perfect for life in a compact mobile home where every inch matters. With the structure complete, it's time to lay the flooring. Wood-look planks are carefully cut and locked into place, bringing warmth and continuity to the entire interior. This final layer ties everything together, not just a floor to walk on, but the foundation that makes the bus feel like a real, livable home. Each plank is measured and trimmed by hand, carefully shaped to follow the curves of the bus floor. Nothing here is standard or square. Every cut has to fit perfectly around steps, edges, and wheel wells. It's slow, precise work, but this attention to detail is what makes the space feel finished and thoughtfully built.
The entry door gets its final upgrade. A window is added to bring in more light and improve visibility from the driver's seat. Finished in white, the door feels lighter and cleaner, making the entrance safer, brighter, and more connected to the outside. It's a small change, but one that makes everyday use much more practical. The next step is to finalize the kitchen area's decoration.
To add character and warmth, they chose Moroccan-style tiles for the accent wall. The bold patterns and handcrafted look bring color, texture, and a sense of personality into the space. This decorative tile isn't just about style. It protects the wall, adds depth, and gives the interior a unique, home-like feel. To finish the kitchen, wall-mounted shelves are carefully built and installed. They add much-needed storage while keeping the countertop clear and open. Integrated task lighting is added underneath, making the workspace brighter and more practical, especially for cooking in the evening. Small details like these turn a compact kitchen into a space that's both beautiful and truly usable.
To complete the living area, a wall-mounted TV is installed. Mounting the TV saves floor space and keeps everything secure while the bus is moving.
The bracket is fixed directly into the wall framing, ensuring stability even on rough roads. It's a small addition, but it brings comfort, entertainment, and a true living room feel to this home on wheels. With the final stages of completion underway, the bus conversion is now ready for use. What started as an old school bus has become a fully functional home on wheels, built by hand, step by step, with patience, problem solving, and a lot of hard work. From structure and systems to warmth, comfort, and personality, every detail tells a story of learning and persistence. If you enjoyed this build, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for following along, and we'll see you in the next project.